A day like any other in beautiful Perth, Western Australia. Perth's the best place in the world. Just ask the people who live there. They have powder white sands and sunsets over the beaches, 30-degree summers and mild winters. They love their spectacular city views, room to breathe. They leave work by 5, eat dinner by 6, and are in bed by 9. On a Sunday, they like their streets empty and their shops closed, because Sunday is family day, don't you know? What are you doing out on the street there, Jimmy? Don't you know it's a Sunday? Enough with your tomfoolery. Run along now, you hear? The people of Perth are obedient to authority. They love sticking to their allocated watering days and dobbing in their neighbours who don't. But always in secret, of course. The people of Perth don't like to make a fuss. But personal repression gives rise to larger political oppression. And in spring, when this beautiful city plays host to the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, the state government will take advantage of this obedience and seize the opportunity to introduce radical civil liberty restricting security laws. But still, the people of Perth won't raise objection, because Perth's the best place in the world, and the people of Perth don't like to make a fuss.
On the 11th of July 2011, the West Australian Government passed the CHOGM Special Powers Bill, a bill that gave security forces the power to stop and search, detain, confiscate and hold under surveillance the people of Perth. Your grandmother, your father, your child. Oppressive special powers bills have been introduced for world leaders meetings in Toronto, Sydney and Melbourne, and were met by strong opposition by the people of those cities. However, the passing of the CHOGM Special Powers Bill transpired without objection from the people of Perth.
I think by and large, if you look at international survey patterns, what you find is that Australians have among the highest levels of trust in the national government. I've done one of the papers on that, and you'll find that actually attitudes towards state government is in WA and in Queensland actually is among the highest in the country. So by and large, my sense is that Australians are trusting about national government. There are always a handful, of course, who say, look, this is the tip of the iceberg, and once you've opened that door a crack, then what to be other special events, and there'll never be an end to it.
We decided to test this theory. Are the people of Perth really so trusting of the government? We went down to the Queen's Barbecue and asked the people of Perth how they felt about being stopped and searched by the police.
That's okay. I don't mind that. I've got nothing illegal on me.
That's fine as long as it keeps everyone safe, yeah.
Oh, doesn't worry, it's carrying water.
Yeah.
We don't mind that.
Is this trust justified? Seamus Doherty, a member of the Aboriginal Deaths in Custody Watch Committee, was one of many who fell victim to police special powers without evidence or justification.
The majority of my life I've never been confronted by police or confronted them. I've never broken the law. I'm an honest, abiding citizen who believes in human rights. And the Wednesday before last, I arrived home, and as I pulled up to my front door, I was surrounded by police vehicles. And I said, well, what am I allegedly supposed to have done? And I was allegedly supposed to have spread or assisted in people spraying the word protest at a flower bed. And for that, they then proceeded to search every part of the house. They videoed everything in my house, also the garages, every single part of my property. They confiscated my mobile phone and took photographs of the texting in it, and also looked at all my photographs in it. Some of them are private and confidential, and I didn't want them to see them. They told me that I was under arrest, and I went, yeah, okay, I'm under arrest, and they took me away.
Can we trust the police to use their power responsibly? On the 28th of October 2011, 500 protesters voicing opposition to climate change, racism and the war in Afghanistan were met by nearly as many police, many wielding security cameras, others on horseback. Yet on the day of the Queen's Barbecue, the Queen and Prince Philip, high security targets, were surrounded by over 100,000 people, and yet barely a police person could be found. Can we really pass off this oppression as security? Can we really allow this dangerous precedent to stand unquestioned? Is Perth still the best place in the world with our freedoms on hold? Oh well, best not make a fuss, right?
commando practice, cadet officers learn how a group of men working as one can be an effective wedge between destructive mobs and the peaceful citizen and his property. He began to see the importance of prevention whenever possible. Prevention of accidents and prevention of crime. He had proved himself to be alert, willing to take orders and carry them out, and firm but courteous in his contacts with the public.